Custom workspaces give you a lot of flexibility when you don't want to just deal with the workspaces that we have by default. For example, as you can see, we have animation presets, effects, minimal, and so on. What these mean is that when we click on one of them, for example, motion tracking, After Effects is going to give us what it thinks we need for motion tracking tasks. So we might not want the info here, or we might not want certain things, or we might want to add additional things while we're working. So what we can do is we can change some of these and then create our own workspace based on it. So let's go ahead and do that now. Let's create a completely unique workspace. So I'm going to actually get rid of preview by clicking on the X and the tracker. I'll get rid of info, and I'm going to go to window, and I'm going to grab the paint tool, and I'm going to grab, let's see here, effects and presets, and let's go, I'll put the preview back, why not, and we can rearrange some of these. So I'm going to take the paint, I'm going to grab the little grabber bar here, and I'm going to throw it in between these two, and I'm also going to take the composition, and I'm going to take this guy here, and I'm going to put it right in between this guy here so that the composition window and the other window live together. So I'm just doing something at random to show you that we're going to create a brand new workspace. Okay, it doesn't necessarily make sense, but when we do this, we're going to be able to have this setup appear every time we want it. And why you do this in this particular way, no reason, just to experiment. So I'm going to go to Window, Workspace, New Workspace, and we'll call it Utter Disaster. Okay, I'll go ahead and hit OK. And now when we go to the Window menu, you see that it lives not up here, but you can also see that it is right here. So our workspaces live in this area. So we have Utter Disaster right here. And we also have the other ones. So it's really cool. We can always go back to the basics if we want to. So let's say we go to standard. We're working in standard mode, and we kind of want to go back to our utter disaster. Okay, whatever task we have at hand requires this workspace. Notice that everything goes back. The height of the timeline goes all the way up like I had it. Everything is resized exactly the way I specified, which is awesome. Because some of you guys might want to have a very large project panel or a very large timeline, depending on the task. So I'm going to go and show you how to get rid of this guy now. Now, as you can see, Utter Disaster is the one that we're currently working with. The little dot tells us that, and we also see it here. So if I choose Delete Workspace, that's weird. Where is Utter Disaster? Well, After Effects won't let you delete the currently selected workspace. It's kind of a fail-safe. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel that. We will choose any different one like standard. We'll go back to the little drop down here. We'll choose Delete Workspace. And now Utter Disaster appears at the bottom. I'll go ahead and click Utter Disaster, hit OK, and it goes away. So we no longer have an utter and complete disaster, but we can always create workspaces as you can see here. So feel free to rearrange the workspace based on your needs.